you know, it's time to buy some motherfucking gold. You know, I mean, anybody can look at these goddamn charts and tell it is in a sustained uptrend, you know. And I know you've heard it for a year or so now. Buy gold, but really, straight up, it's time to buy some goddamn gold. When you buy gold, you don't have to worry about goddamn no accountants. You don't have to worry about no goddamn earnings restatements missing or looting, missing or hitting about, you know, a penny or what the fuck ever. You don't have no fucked up CEOs to steal from you. And you don't need a goddamn bailout. You see? Like California. You know, these motherfuckers missed raising taxes hellaciously only by one vote. And they're probably going to get that one vote here in the next few days. You know? So, in the same shit they're talking about raising taxes on is some of the same shit the federal government's going to raise their taxes on. They got a bill right now that's going through there to raise fucking gasoline taxes by like 50 cents plus. You know? The cocksuckers are already raising cigarette taxes and goddamn sales tax. You know, well, in California, that was the proposal. You know, so clearly, you know, the government's gonna do the same goddamn shit. They don't have no fucking money. We're already borrowing money just to pay interest on money, just to pay interest. Can you believe that shit? I mean, that's when you're fucked. You know, everybody knows when you're starting to borrow money just to pay interest, you're fucked. You know, I mean, you know, we have got to get the fucking money out of the hands of the government and into the hands of the fucking people. You know? These motherfuckers should come ask us for money. They should come ask us for the money. You know? Not this goddamn backroom, closed-door meeting bullshit. I mean, you know, dude, these motherfuckers, you know, I don't even know where to go with these sumbits. You know, California let out 20,000 more people yesterday, government workers. And they said they shutting down all the remaining public works projects. So there goes a shitload more jobs, you know? And they talking about they're going to raise taxes, temporary tax hike. What the fuck's a temporary tax hike? Everybody knows when they raise taxes, that shit ain't temporary. You know? They've already had stamps go up 2 cents. That's bull-ass shit, too. You know? And here we got Kansas. Kansas is in fucking trouble. I mean, what the fuck's going on with Kansas? Who in the hell knew they had money problems? I mean, Kansas? You know? I mean, you know what, dude? When we are in some hellified shit if Kansas is fucked up. I mean, right now, we've got $65.5 trillion in obligations to fucking Social Security and goddamn Medicaid. You know? Hey, that's 4 times the GDP. I mean, you know, what in the fuck is going on? You know, and this year's deficit is going to be over $2 trillion, and you're going to have to get all that from selling fucking treasuries. You know, almost all of it's going to have to come from that, and no other country wants. You know, I mean, when you're borrowing money just to pay the interest, you are fucked. You know, and China says they don't want no gut. They're not buying shit unless we guarantee it. So what does that mean? How do you guarantee paper with more paper? I mean, you know, how are you going to guarantee it? You're going to have to guarantee it with gold? Or goddamn the Grand Canyon or some shit, you know? I mean, I don't even know how you guarantee it, you know? I mean, you know, and then what's fucked up is I seen a clip from George Vertida where Peter Schiff is over there telling the goddamn Saudis how to crash the dollar. And they're over there applauding, you know? And I know a lot of y'all like Peter Schiff. Hell, you know, I kind of like Peter Schiff. I used to hate the son of a bitch, I'll be honest with you. Because when the market was doing good, I was making hundreds of dollars a day, and I still had a fucking job. You know? And this cocksucker, blah, 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 you know, I'd be like, fuck you. But of course, then after it happened, of course, you know, then I said, oh, well, you know, he was right. But really, anybody could know that shit. You know yourself, you've known for the last years that goddamn housing prices could not keep going up, and your wages have never hardly went up. Everybody knew that shit was going to happen. You know, we were just all blindsided. We didn't want to see what the reality was. You know? So, I mean, yeah, you know, he called it. I'll give him credit for it, you know? But all of us knew down here that, you know, eventually something was going to give way, you know? But anyway, you know, and we got everything fucked up. The goddamn government keeps doing all these socialist programs, you know, to try to solve the problem, but this shit don't work. You know why it don't work? The cocksuckers gave away our industry. That's the first goddamn reason it don't work. You know, they ran the fucking country into the ground, ran the fucking country into debt, and then they spent all the goddamn money. That's what the fuck's wrong. You know? And then they trying this bullshit stimulus to spend our way out. That's what the hell got us into this problem, you stupid fuckers. What are you thinking up there? You know? I mean, there already ain't no reserves for Social Security and none of this shit. You know, whatever you pay in today out of your check is gone. It's gone. There ain't no fucking reserves. You know? I mean, you know, eventually, I mean, you know what they're going to do? They're going to raise the retirement age. You're going to be like 85 years old before you retire, you know? Eventually, people are going to wake up. Hey, y'all are going to know this country is completely fucking bankrupt, okay? I mean, hey, you know we're fucked when they got the G7 meeting going on and the fucking Japanese guy over there's drunk off his fucking ass, you know? I mean, you know things are fucked when they're gathering just drinking, like, oh, who gives a fuck? The economy's fucked. Give me another drink, you know? I mean, that's the reality, you know? There ain't no fucking way the goddamn United States can even pay for these fucking social welfare benefits unless these motherfuckers just print money. And I'm talking about just print money. Print money on top of fucking money, you know? And then, you know, that ain't gonna do it. They're gonna fuck this. They're gonna print so much goddamn money. They're gonna monetize the federal debt, and they are gonna destroy this fucking dollar. I mean, destroy it. You know? And every other goddamn fiat currency in the history of the world is ended the same goddamn way. That's always the last step, is monetizing the federal debt. You know? I mean, you know, and the reality is, you know, what they want to do is just like, you know, these fuckers are broke just like General Motors and Chrysler are broke. You remember the other, you know, I was telling y'all Chrysler's trying to do these buyouts. You know, can we buy you out so we don't have to pay your pensions? Because we don't have your pension, it's gone. It's been gone, you know? I mean, you know, and just think about that, you know, how far are you away from, say, somebody like your parents, you know, losing some of their pension? You know, what happens when the pension gets cut? The Social Security gets cut, you know, and that's pretty much all their income. Well, and then what stocks they had have went the fuck down. The dividends have gotten cut, so there goes that income, you know. So, well, I mean, how far are we away from when your parents say, well, hey, I'm going to have to move in with you because I got to sell this house, the property taxes are too much, the insurance on it's too much, my medication's too damn much, all my fucking income's been cut back, I got to move in with you. And then they got to sell their fucking house for like a third of what it used to be worth. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, I mean, really, you know, how far are we from this fucking happening, you know? And another thing, I want to ask y'all a question. You know, I keep hearing all this hyperinflation. Yes, I understand the theory of how that can happen. But I want to know, how in the hell are you going to get hyperinflation? You've already got, Walmart was the only fucking stock up, or the only Dow stock up yesterday. And you want to know why? Because they got fucking food. They got goddamn food in their fucking Walmarts, and it's cheap goddamn food. That's the only reason their fucking sales and shit was up, was on food. Because people, you know, so what, you got hyperinflation on jeans or shit or whatever. I don't have to go buy no new clothes. You know, I don't have to buy none of that shit. All I need is goddamn food. You know? And if you have hyperinflation on food, then nobody will buy that shit. So I don't understand how this hyperinflation is going to just get carried away and away, because people ain't going to be able to afford it. Either going to have the company go out of business or just stop selling. I mean, I don't know, but I want to understand, how do y'all think this hyperinflation will play out? I actually think deflation could happen, you know, because nobody's going to have no money. You're going to have to goddamn, you know, buy whatever the fuck little shit you can, and ain't going to be nothing but food. So you ain't going to be able to raise prices on any goddamn thing other than food, because you nobody's going to go buy a goddamn thing else.